Shubor nakaslem jong unong san Hima.
Menteri Ketenat Permit Bording Gajala Abu Tahir Mondal ulit ho bagajing liplat Khah Amlarem Subdivision bad habakur dauki darang kedai Namar gajing jur uslap gajing pom Pyrthat bad gajing jur ka Lyer ketika Thaiñ kebala penlong iki dieng ban kelon haki waya light Namar begini ki yat lingba yaki jaka badan ki dieng kum ki dieng kuai ki dieng kan ki siet bad ki wei Shushu Mondal ula benrap bagajing thot ka Bording haki ki Thaiñ ka deiru Namar gajing yat gajing snap penbha yaki kam ki badan hapo ka RDSSLR Yagani ula jubab hulur gajing keli balwan ra da WMLA ka Amlarem constituency upa lak benrembui hapo yeng dor bar ka bala yat lai sngi mental sngi hulur gajing lip light Khah hakati ka Thaiñ ule thur bagidan khat hendrengut ki line man ha Amlarem subdivision bad ongru babaro ki substation hakati ka Thaiñ ki trekam pura
Mr. Speaker, sir, reply to start question 37, A and B. Sir, majority of the areas under Amlarem subdivision and Bakur Dauki Darang areas experiences heavy rainfall, thunderstorm and strong winds, leading to snapping of conductors and falling of trees on lines, as most of the line passes through plantation areas like betel nut leaves, banana, bamboo, etc. In addition, planned shutdowns are also taken on the need basis to facilitate undergoing system improvement works under RDSS, loss reduction works, etc. C, yes sir. D, sir, 16 numbers. E, yes sir.
You may ask your question, please.
Sir, in urban areas, we are longing to have the candlelit dinner. But in my constituency, sir, every evening we used to have a candlelit dinner. So this is the problem in the border area, where frequent power cut is there. May I know from the minister that what are the measures is taken to help reduce this power cut in that area?
Mr. Speaker, sir, I am totally agreed with Honorable Member from Amlarem. I have captured the data also, and from the month of April 2025, the number of interruptions is quite high. One of the reasons is because of the connectivity given at Land Port Authority from Khah substation to Tamabil. That was under construction and it is completed by July. I do hope that with this, the problems will be minimized. Moreover, a lot of steps has been taken to rectify, not only in Amlarem, but other areas also, sir. But this is regarding Amlarem. We have taken RDSS loss reduction, where we are taking up work almost on 12 localities that villages and all these things that it includes around 61 localities. So this loss reduction work will be having HT line construction, then HT line reconducting, LT to HT line conversion, LT line reconducting with AB cables, then DT and installation. There will be around 3163 kVA distribution transformer and 2500 kVA transformer. One of the another reason was there that there are 3 substations in that region. Out of these 3 substations, only 1 substation at Khah was having control room. Other 2 substations were not having control room. Due to that, whenever these were unmanned and control through dropout fuse method, so whenever there is any problem there, it goes back and ultimately the 132 by 33 kV substation at Mustam is also disrupted. So we are taking care of to see that Amlarem station is having a switch yard, and we are working on that by December. I think the work will be completed. Later, we'll be taking on the Shindai substation also. We have already proposed for system upgradation. With that, I think that problem also will be mitigated, sir. Then there are many bare conductors which passing through the forest area, then Arakanat areas and all these things, especially 33 kV and 11 kV lines. And we are covering this one with medium voltage covered conductors. That also mitigate the problem there. There is also shortfall of manpower. That is also we are looking after. And we do hope that very soon we'll be putting around 7 linemen that is required in these areas. So after taking up all these issues, the power problem, distribution problem in Amlarem area, so also other areas will be minimized, sir.
Mr. Speaker, sir, thank you to the Honorable Minister for attending to the need of the people, because really this lineman and all is needed, because only 16 to cover 92 village and more than 10,000 consumer, it is a very big. And since he has replied that Amlarem substation will be operationalized, because not just control room, because that control room, sir, it was sanctioned way back in 2017, but till date it has not operationalized since. And one more thing, sir, which I want to ask is that, sir, when will be the control room for the Sendai substation will be sanctioned?
Sir, there is a proposal for RDSS system strengthening. We have already proposed in that, sir. We hope that it will be sanctioned very soon.
Thank you, sir, for the positive step of taken by the Power Department to mitigate the suffering of the people, because that area is a tourist area where so many tourists are flocking there. So electricity is the main concern. Moreover, the concern of the people is that we have Lacroix for micro hydro project is also functioning there, and Leshka also. They told why in our area, in spite of producing so many megawatt of electricity, still we are facing that. But since the positive step taken by the department, I'm happy with that. So let's hope that this shortfall will be taken care of in the future. So thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Dr. Mijanul Khaji, please.
Actually, I am also facing similar problems raised by Lakman Rumbai. I am the first neighbor of Honorable Power Minister, and being neighbor, we were expecting that power situation in Rajabala would be great. But, sir, the issue is we have been facing tremendous difficulties. So many power cuts, scheduled, unscheduled both. And the worst part is we don't have a proper grievance redressal center. We don't know whom to contact. Officers are there, office bearers are not there. So, there are even times that we have to wait for days to lodge a complaint that we are facing. And power, as we know, it's one of the vital things in day-to-day life. And we don't have, a proper redressal and a prompt address of our grievances. So we are having a lot of issues. So I just want to know from Honorable Minister in charge that, what are the steps that are being taken to solve or to minimize these problems that we are facing.
Mr. Speaker, sir, though this question is pertaining to Amlarem subdivision, but for the benefit of the honorable member and also for the benefit of the House, I'd like to apprise that I have requested honorable member in 2023 to kindly take up with matters with 2 villages. One is in Gumaizora and in Balachanda, where people were not giving the right of way for Rajabala substations. So I personally wanted to meet the Nokma of Balachanda village, but unfortunately I could not meet him for two occasions. But on third occasion, he agreed to come to my residence, and I called all the people concerning the MEPDCL, the distribution franchisee, and so also power grid people, and they came. We have solved the issue. Second thing, Gumaizora, even last week also I met with the landowners, and they agreed that they will give. And not only that, on 18th of last month, I have visited the Rajabala substation at Gutlibari, and we are putting tremendous pressure on the agent, the Power Grid Corporation of India, that unless otherwise Rajabala substation is operationalized, the problem in the Rajabala constituency and also Shalshala constituency will be not solved. And moreover, we have upgraded Helidigon substation, and portion of Rajabala and also Shalshala substation has been tagged with a Helidigon substation. Sir, we are not keeping quiet, we are working. I am very much aware. Many people who were my past electorates, they have gone because of delimitation. They keep on calling me, and I am trying my level best to see that by this year itself the problem will be solved in Rajabala constituency. Thank you, sir.
Sir, thank you for the reply of Honorable Minister. I just have a request to him that at least the redressal system, at least the complaint system should be good enough, and we should have a dedicated system to lodge our complaints so that the issue is resolved at the earliest. Thank you, sir.
Mr. Speaker, sir, I'll just like to intervene here and just to share with the honourable member and with everybody else that we in the government has created actually a very beautiful redressal system. And it's an online system, and you can call from a mobile. And this is for any kind of grievance. So the number is 1971. And anybody can call. Of course, there's a time. I think it's between 8 a.m. to about 8 p.m. So 12 hours it functions. And you can call, and the way the system works is that once the information is received, and the languages are, of course, in regional language, and of course in English and Hindi also, and in all our local language. And after you can speak to the agent and inform the agent about the problem that you're facing. And through an online system, the grievance is entered into the database, and the joint secretary in charge of that particular department is a nodal officer who will directly get all the list of complaints that have come for that day. And this entire list is monitored by the CM Secretariat. I look at it myself almost every day. And we see all the grievances that are there and which grievances have been resolved and not resolved. All this database is available with us, sir. So therefore, I would urge the honorable member, 1971 is the number, and anybody can call on that number and put your grievances, even ask information about any government scheme that you have, or any kind of complaints that you may have regarding the system, and the overall services that are available. Also, sir, we are working towards making this available at the national level. So we may not be able to go direct 1971 at the national level, but say some of our students are stuck somewhere in a railway station having some problems. So we are working on a system where you can simply dial the code 0364 and you dial 1971 and you will reach this call center. And somebody will then be able to connect you. So we're trying to create like the 911 system that is there in US. So even our students who are studying outside, people who are working outside, they also can access the system in the future, and they will be able to complain on this system. So I just wanted to share this with the House. This has been functional for the last 1.5 years, and we've got thousands and thousands of calls, but we were hoping that the numbers would be at lakhs. So I think there's a good opportunity for me to share with everybody that please spread this word. And 1971, as I said, is a very, very strong system where it's a call center plus a full database connected with all departments and all joint secretaries of the departments and the nodal officers. And within a time-bound manner, they have to resolve the issue and get back to the person who has complained. So this is just for the information of the Honorable MLA.
Thank you, Speaker, sir. I thank Honorable Chief Minister, sir, for this having us appraised of this number, dedicated number. But what I could understand, it's a general number and it's a centralized number. So what I was asking from the Honorable Minister, sir, is for a local dedicated number, because once it's a general number, there may be, as sir rightly mentioned, that the volume is in lakhs. say the problem is pertaining to a particular sub-center or substation, and if we have to wait for longer period of time, power being an essential service, it becomes a problem for the citizens. So I was requesting the Honorable Minister, sir, to have a dedicated line for each substations so that, the resolution can be done at a faster pace. Thank you, sir.
So just to clarify to the honorable member that the idea is that there should be just one number so that people can remember that one number. So for any problem you have, you know that you can call this number. Number two, sir, this is what the CM Connect program is. So number two, sir, as soon as the call goes, it is technology based. So immediately the information trickles down to the concerned officer for that particular substation. Within a matter of minutes, it is reaching to the person. And then, of course, it depends on the person how quickly they're able to resolve it. Obviously, grassroots problems, there could be, so many challenges. So resolution is something that I cannot comment on, but the information from the call to the person concerned, officer concerned, reaches in a matter of minutes, sir. So therefore, it's a very powerful system, completely state-of-the-art, technology-based, one number for any kind of issue you have, and the concerned department and officer is notified within minutes.
Yes, Mama Chief, please.
Mr. Speaker, sir, just joining Lakman Rimbui, another MLA from Amlarem, regarding power cuts. In the course of reply by the Honourable Minister, he was saying that 7 new line staff will be given to Amlarem subdivision. But this issue is prevalent in all over the state, sir. It takes a long time for restoration of power supply when there is any power cut. May I suggest the Honourable Minister to employ more line staff so that the duration of power cut is also reduced. And that also will give employment to most of our youth who has passed different courses in electrical so that they can join the workforce of MECL as a whole. This is my request to the Honourable Minister so that the people that suffer for a long time to get back their power supply. Thank you, sir.
Mr. Speaker, sir, the suggestion is well taken, sir.